on this total eclipse. It's already 50. Um, we've got some hills around us and some fields goes over. It's going to be hard to catch the actual eclipse with the cameras that I've got, but and I don't know if we'll be able to even see. But once it gets total eclipse, you'll be able to see it. So if we lose, we'll have. Are you losing camera? So it's 1:50 Central Time, 2:50 Eastern Time. This should start here in about 10 minutes. Where we're at, we're going to get a full 4 minutes of eclipse. In 2017, we only got about 2 minutes or so when it come through Tennessee. You can tell that the sun is not completely round, so like I said, it's about 50%. Let me get my glasses. Oh yeah, it's actually about 75% right now. So we're close. We're real close to it being a full eclipse. It's about 75%. You just can't see it with the camera. But you will be able to see the shadow when it comes over. And that should be here just any minute. At least within the next 8 minutes. Figured if we were going to drive this far to see an eclipse, we should come somewhere memorable. And where else but Loogootee, Loogootee, Indiana. Farmland, agriculture. You can tell the sun, but it's still got, looks like it's oblong. It actually is about 85% covered right now through the glasses. You just can't see it yet. You can tell out here it's getting a little darker. The fields aren't as lit up as they were. But when the shadow of totality comes across, you'll be able to see it. And I'll try to show it. And then we'll go back to the actual eclipse itself. But all these fields, we can tell that, yeah, we're about 90 to 95% covered right now. And like I said, we can tell that the sun's not as bright as the east as it comes across. You can see we've got at least a half a dozen cameras set up that I'll be able to edit this down later. You really won't be able to see it on the camera until it goes 100%. But you can certainly tell that the sun's diminished. The temp's probably dropped 10 degrees from what it was. At least it feels like it has. So again, we're in north of Evansville, give or take. Not sure exactly how much. Wasn't sure where the cloud structure was going to come from. There's so many storms down in Arkansas and Texas and Louisiana. We were afraid it was going to affect Illinois, so we did not go into southern Illinois. And we thought this was the safest bet, so we left last night to come down and get set up. So you can tell a little bit more that the sun's not as bright. It's getting more oblong, at least to this camera, but we can see through the glasses that it's about 95% right now. And like I said, once it goes 100%, I should be able to get it on this camera. Just in the last 15 minutes. Well, you can't see the actual, as it goes over the sun and blocks it, you can tell that it's getting more elongated, and the sun star pattern coming away from it is not, well, you can see right there it just changed and got much darker. So we're pretty close, and the more oblong it is on this camera, the closer it is to being 100%. So that should happen here in the next 3 minutes. And when it does, certainly the path, the shadow will actually come across this field. So you can see it come across the mountains in the front and across the field in front of us. Yeah, let me look through the glasses. Let's see how close we are. Oh yeah, we're about 98%, give or take. So the totality should occur just any minute. And when it does, we sure should see it actually come across this field. Even though it doesn't look like it on the camera, it's at least 98% right now. And as you watch it, you can actually see it dimming as I speak. The star pattern around the edges are going away as it goes to total eclipse. You can see it now, getting darker. We're curious about, and maybe somebody can message eclipse. I was wanting to look that up. I'm losing cell coverage, and I had several bars. I'm wondering if the eclipse has anything to do with communication, cell phones, radio, police bands. Trying to hold the glasses and camera too. We're about 90, at least 98%, maybe even 99%. Well, it won't get as dark as night. It'll be like walking into a shade underneath the roof of a breezeway. Loogootee, Indiana. Again, about 75 miles north of Evansville and probably about 125, 150 miles northwest of Louisville, Kentucky. We're getting pretty close. Not quite there yet, but we got about 99%, even though you can't see it on the video. It's getting substantially darker out here, if you can tell. It probably doesn't look like it in the video, but the ground is substantially darker. I'm sure the shadow is going to come from our right and move across to the left as it goes into total eclipse, which should be just any minute. But we're not there yet. I think the shadow is getting ready to come across. It is getting so dark out here right now. I zoomed in a little bit. You can see that we're almost there. Okay, here comes the shadow. If you can see now, it is getting really dark out here. So the shadow's coming over right now. You see, the sun's just about totally gone. I couldn't see the flashers on this farm equipment earlier, but now they're pretty bright. You can see we're almost there. Oh man, don't tell me I'm not going to be able to get it. It is in full eclipse right now. I'm going to try, see how I can get this. It's full eclipse. I wish I could get it the way it's looking. Oh man. I'm just not going to be able to get it with this particular camera I've got with me. I wish I had brought my other one and thought I did have it, but apparently not. But we are in full eclipse. You can see how dark it is out here. Extremely dark. Extremely dark. I mean, there's the... So we've got extreme darkness here now. The camera is lightening it up, but it is really, really, really dark. Maybe that'll give you an idea how dark it is in the middle of the day. See if I can zoom in again. Night bugs are coming out. There we go. Now we got it. There it is. Full eclipse. full eclipse. I didn't think I was going to be able to get it. So we're getting a good 4 minutes of total darkness to the extent you can get with this type of an event. But obviously it's pretty dark. We're at 100%. As it starts coming back out, we'll get to where we won't be able to see that black dot in the center. And it's beginning to move across to the left. I understand the next one won't be to 2044. It almost looks like 7 o'clock at night and dusk out on the farm. The machinery's still got its lights on. Couldn't even see them. The sun was so bright a while ago you couldn't even see the lights on the farm equipment. We're several minutes into it now. It's supposed to last right at 3 minutes 58 seconds where we're at. And then it's going to come back out. Well, here it comes. There you go. You can see it peeking out the bottom. It's peeking out the bottom. It's moving past. It's gone past 100% now. And I won't be able to get a good view like I was because it's no longer at 100%. It's beginning to lighten back up. You can see the sun's coming back out. The yellow darker, 95%, but it's getting bigger as it moves past the blocking the sun out. And as it gets brighter, you should see it go back into a round state, and all these which looks like bright streams of light coming out of it will go away. It'd be too bright for the camera to be able to see the edges. Again, it's only about 9. It's still bright. So there's still 98% blockage of the sun right now, even though you can't tell without wearing the glasses. It's about 95% at this point. A little bug going around is actually a reflection of the actual solar eclipse. So you can see how much is covered versus uncovered. I don't know what's causing that. I'll try to get it to where you can see it. So that's how much uncovered it is right now with that little. As you can tell, the fields are all lit up now again, even though it's still 90%. We can tell it feels a little bit warmer than it did a while ago. I apologize for the camera, but I forgot to bring my tripod in my hurry last night. It's 90% uncovered right now. So I'm gonna try something. I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah. So I put my glasses over my camera lens so you can see a little bit of it coming out the bottom as the moon moves more like left to left upper corner off the sun. And this is the eclipse from Loogootee, Indiana. Just about as dead center as you can get. Southwest of Bloomington and Indianapolis, and directly north of Evansville. still about 80% covered. But as you can see, the fields and everywhere is lit up just like it was before it started. Lasted about 4.5, 5 minutes, give or take. The eclipse itself was about 3.5 minutes. It actually started, we could see it covering the sun up about a quarter till, which would have been about 1:30 Eastern, 2:30 Eastern, 1:30 Central. We're still here, nothing happened. No great catastrophes, at least not in Loogootee, Indiana. Thanks for watching.